We're day drinking. We're day drinking. We're day drinking. Day drinking.
Welcome
Hello.
to Day
Hello.
Drinking. This
We're
is
day drinking.
kind of a spin-off sister
We're day
episode
drinking.
thing of our normal format where we
We're
get to
day
talk about
drinking.
whatever we want to talk about. No topics, no rules, just right. Can't use that slogan. It's probably already taken by someone. Anyway, I've got one
Isn't that
Andrew
actually
Mullis with us.
whose
Me?
slogan is that?
Us? No rules, just right. Wasn't that Outback?
I feel like that
It's
was
Outback.
Outback.
Let me let Danny in. He can just listen in as we nerd out tonight. We don't have any
He can
real.
arbitrate.
We don't have. Well, there's not a lot of might be a little arbitration, but we're just kind of nerding out. We're not
Cool.
really making any groundbreaking decisions. We might disagree on some stuff, but
He won't know. Travis,
he know.
before we
Whoa!
begin,
Wow! Wait,
I have a
we got to do what do we drink?
revelation.
Okay, go for it. And then we got to talk about drinks.
Let's do that first.
Okay, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking tequila and soda. Travis, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Vita Mezcal because that was the only thing that was up here. Okay, you had a revelation. Go.
How long has it been since you've watched Pitch Perfect?
Ugh, a long time.
Do you remember the two guys that were part of the riff off and the original, like the two like funny characters that were part of the riff off and the original tryouts? The skinny guy and the fat guy
No,
ish kind of.
don't remember them.
That and it was like if I could sing a lick that I would, but I can't,
I
and I hate
just
myself every
I
day because of it.
just so I just looked it up on. I was like that's Jacob Wysocki.
That is Jacob
That's
Wysocki.
Jacob motherfucking Wysocki.
Today I learned.
I'm watching it
I
now. Hold on. Is there anyone else that? Yeah, he's the one kind of starting it off.
Yeah, with the belly roll.
Yeah,
He looks so different. I mean, this was
he doesn't
obviously
have his hair.
how many
Or
years ago? 10, 12 years ago at this point.
he also doesn't have a tie-dye shirt on.
A mullet.
What is that? Is nuts.
I know. I've seen that movie upwards of 3 to 4 dozen times. And I never once, as and Jacob Wysocki, one of my favorite comedians,
Humans.
and never realized that that was him. He looks so young. He looks so different.
Well, also to be fair, in watching this back, they show him from maybe 1 second at a time,
Oh yeah,
and then it cuts away, and then it comes
he's
back to
in
him for
he's
two
in
seconds,
maybe a solid 30 seconds of the entire movie.
if that. Well, I mean, I only stopped it after 17 seconds, but in that first 17 seconds, he's maybe a total of five of it, but it's in five different 1 second clips of him. So like it's really it would be I'm not shocked it took us this long to make that revelation. I am a little shocked that we didn't ever IMDb him and just find that, but that's
I
crazy.
I don't really think of him as a movie actor. I think of him as a comedian.
Yeah,
So I
but
like,
IMDb still has like all it's in, I
yeah,
know it's
he
movie
usually has all
database,
their
but it's
other
got all the
accolades.
other yeah.
Yeah. But yes, that was my revelation for the day. Um, saw somebody comment on it on the Dropout subreddit,
I love that.
and I was like, "Holy shit! How have I never thought about this before?"
That is crazy. Anyway, I do like that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. That makes me feel better. One of the shows, channels, I don't know, groups, I don't know what you want to call them, that Drew and I follow pretty religiously
Com-
is
Comedy
the
things.
the Smosh channels. Um, and Drew and I were talking the other day, and we realized that we probably have a very different taste in comedians for that channel. So we want to put together a S through F tier ranking of the Smosh characters and how much we like them. and think that they're funny. So I've got 13. I'm leaving Anthony out because he's not really a cast member anymore. He will randomly appear in some videos here and there, but I think I got all the other 13. Um, so we're just gonna do that, and we're gonna rank them S through F, but not having D because that we don't need that. We don't need that one. And I'm stalling for time because Drew is getting another drink.
Tired of weak snacks? Step up to Angry Toothpick Jerky. Too delicious and just a little dangerous. With flavors like original, classic flavor, basically jerky royalty, teriyaki, smoother than your cousin's mixtape, and try our new chili de arbol, sweet, spicy, and definitely plotting something. Find us on Etsy and get 10% off with code BANTER at checkout. Angry Toothpick Jerky. Own your hangry.
Anywho, Smosh character tier list. Up first in reverse alphabetical order. Where are we putting Tommy? S, A,
Ooh,
B,
Tommy Bow.
C, or F? Yes, Tommy Bow.
Tommy Bow for me is a S tier.
Hmm.
Mostly because of his roasting ability.
Yes.
And I think in the moment, sometimes he's not as like interactive as some of the other cast members. But when he has some time to actually write material, he's goated.
See, that's where I differ because he does a lot of the writing for Bit City, and I've given it as many chances as I can. There are definitely times where it's good, but
I
like
don't
when
love Bit
his
City
writing
as
on
a
Bit City is not great.
I don't love Bit City as much as a concept. I feel like it's their
But that's his baby though. Like that's him and Angela, like that's their thing. And
yeah.
it's not, and that's kind of put aside. Like I will say his roasts are great. His when he does have a skit and it hits really hard, but it doesn't happen that often for at least for me. Like the best thing I think he's ever done outside of roasting is his it's his I'm your mental illness. You know,
That's a
great
really good one.
great character.
His
Outside of that though,
TNTLs are pretty good.
I would I think he's a B tier. Like
Really?
I don't I actually have him rated much lower on my personal list just because I don't think the subject matter always hits with me. I appreciate how good he is, so I'll give him a B, but I'm coming up from a C to a B because I think that's the
Okay.
right tier, if that makes
Well,
sense.
I would I'd be willing to go down to an A
I don't think I can put him at an A,
for
but
him.
I'll do BA right now, and then we'll come back
Well,
and we'll talk about it.
A minus B plus.
Yeah, yeah. Next one is Spencer.
Spencer's an S tier for me.
See, I have him at A because
Uh,
he is really good, but I feel like I don't know, just something about him sometimes like he when he's on, and then other times it's just like you feel like you're lost here, buddy, and you're just
I
you're
here's
trying.
what I will give him is he doesn't have the training
Right. Oh yeah.
that everybody else does. Because of that, his irreverency for like bad and like not not good jokes, but like jokes that shouldn't be allowed.
Hmm.
He is willing to do those and get away and try and get away with
Right.
them
I'm okay
more
with
so,
S tier.
which I really love about, and I think it's something that Smosh in a different way than like Smosh was back in the early days when it was
Yeah.
all about boobs and
Bitch.
yeah and shit like that. He actually has some a little bit of like
Eloquence
uh
to it.
thought behind it,
Right.
being like he's making the joke because he knows it's funny, not just because he's that guy.
Right. It's almost
As
I don't want he's making fun of the people who would actually make that joke versus
Exactly.
yeah,
As
actually
much as
making
people, talk about him being the original chosen, and like he might have been that, but I think nowadays he realizes what that character is, and he will play off of that.
right.
So it's for me, when I see him in videos, every time I see him in a video, I'm like, this is going to be good no matter what, just because he's in it.
Yeah. Next one, I hope we both agree on this one. Shane. Shane Top goes at the top of the list. He's S tier. He
I'll
kind of
give Shane Tab.
he is he is Smosh.
He is
Yeah.
Smosh at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's just become the face of the
Mhm.
franchise, and he's funny. He's funny as fuck.
And he's been doing it he's been the face of the franchise for the last 4 years. Like,
yeah, and I mean he's been with them for over a decade at this point.
yeah.
Like it's crazy how much he's grown into that role from somebody who, watching the early videos, his first video being Smosh Games back in the day,
Yeah.
and they just had him as that like blonde bimbo
Right.
dude with his shirt off as like the ref, and now he's doing everything from reading, which not my favorite videos of all time, but like reading Reddit stories, to Smosh Mouth, to like everything that he does and is a part of. I'm like, oh, is Shane gonna be in this video?
Yeah, when he's
when
not
I watch Smosh, and I'm like, oh, is Shane gonna be in this video? That's a reason for me to watch it.
when he's not on a TNTL, I don't get I obviously I still watch them all, but I'm probably tuning out just a little bit if he's
Yeah.
not in it. That's how much he's got.
He has some of the better characters too.
Oh yeah.
Although there's some that I can't there's some that I can't stand, like I God, I can't remember the name of the one, but the old man with the pan flute,
The dumpster wizard.
the dumpster wizard. I cannot stand that character, but
The-
it still makes me
It's
laugh.
so good. Oh yeah,
It
the
makes-
character
it makes
is
me laugh.
obnoxious.
But I cannot stand that character. But there's ones I would love for him to bring back, like the I was there guy.
Who's there, man?
I was there, man.
man.
He definitely, and like his range is just very good.
Yeah, he took it's not exact, but one of it was his character where the watching dude who he just stands there.
Oh my god, and oh my god, I
It-
wish he would bring that back, because Angela
Hates him.
freaked the fuck out, and obviously she played that up.
Oh, she does everything. Yeah. She so if
One of my favorite characters of all time of his was the bystander.
my favorite, I think it might be my favorite. Try not to laugh. It's definitely the one that stands out in my head the most, is the one with the German dude who was in Suicide Squad semi recently. Flula? Is that his name? Yeah, Flula Borg. Look up Flula Borg. He played Javelin. Do you recognize that guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He like did this one bit where he would like just walk up and like hand someone a trophy and then just like walk away. And it made them
Also in
so
Pitch Perfect.
confused. He is in Pitch Perfect, yes. He would just like walk away and then like look to see if they laughed, basically, and that was the whole thing. He would just kind of stand back and see if they did anything, and that's got very much the bystander energy, but like in more of an awkward way, and that just reminds me of that. Okay, moving on. Olivia, I've got her, I think, funnier recently, but she's a D.
She's a dark horse for me. And I think this is kind of, I feel like, what sparked this conversation for us. I legitimately cannot tell if she is funny or stupid or
Yeah.
just completely out there. And there are moments with her where I'm like, oh my god, she just absolutely killed that. And there's moments where I'm like, why the fuck is Olivia in this video? Like,
Right.
which again on honestly cannot tell whether she's playing a character or is just that ditzy.
And she was a lot better. She was originally hired to do like the other short skits too. Like obviously she's a
Mhm.
part of the original pit, but like they liked her actual script reading. She's not very good at improv. That was not something that was ever one of her quote
No,
skills.
she's not very good at improv. She's good. I think she's good on games.
If she pays attention.
You if she pays attention, but you could say that about a few of them.
Yeah, but like if she's not paying attention, she's also not funny most of the time. If she is paying attention, like whereas Shane, if he's not paying attention, he's just because he's being funny. Same thing
Mhm.
with like a Chance or a Spencer. Olivia, she's just like, wait, what's going on? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is hard. This is hard to watch. So she's a D for me. That's up from an F because
I
I would say
I'm
well, in
okay
the
with
last couple months she's
yeah, I'm okay with
turned it
the
up.
D. And she's one of those people on the show that like she's not 100% a constant.
Right.
Like we can go,
She
weeks
was.
and months without seeing her nowadays. Um, but I feel like she's kind of back in the core cast.
Yeah, she was directing a movie, I think.
Yeah, something
And so
like
she
that.
was not in any videos for a while. Um,
But yeah, I'd be okay with a
D, it's
D.
fine.
Every once in a while, she might get up to a C, but
Yeah. Her ceiling is about a C.
mhm.
Let's go Noah Grossman. For him, I think I don't want to say in a similar vein. He has some really funny moments. I think his ceiling's more of an A, but I think he's relatively average. He's kind of a B-ish. Like there's some times where it's just like I don't need him in a video, but I don't think he usually takes away from a video either, like Olivia does. So like B makes sense to
Yeah,
me.
I honestly would put him at a C for
Yeah.
me.
I was
And that's kind of coming up a little bit,
yeah.
in my opinion. I love that he's been here
Mhm.
for a long time and been a part of the cast for so long. I
I think
I,
he's the
I
second outside of Ian and Anthony. I think he's the oldest
yeah,
cast member
yeah, he's
for
been
in
here
terms of
since
length on the show.
yeah, since they were in what was
The
it,
second
Orange
channel.
County or
Yeah.
whatever. He
Sacramento.
Sacramento. There you go. I feel like he would benefit from taking some time off and doing something else because he's been in it for so long, and the only people he's had to learn from are like obviously great comedians, but he really hasn't done much outside of Smosh.
Yeah, that I know.
So
I know he actually had a small role on
he's kind to me he's kind of the not just in a disparaging way, but he's the child actor of
yes.
the show in a way where like Shane was a child actor on a different show and then came to Smosh after having learned so much. I feel like Noah would benefit from just being away
Yeah.
and learning stuff from other people. He's funny in some stuff. I usually like him, especially in like Smosh games. Um, in skits, he's not my favorite thing.
No, and I do like him in Try Not to Laugh. Like usually his
Teen
stuff
Tail, he usually does
he
pretty
does pretty
well.
good. I'm gonna do BC because that might be something we change at some point. His counterpart,
Counterpart,
Keith Leak Jr.
I can't. I kind of would have put him at a C for cancer.
Yeah, he's like I'm actually yeah. If C is below average, he's C. Sometimes he's funny, but like most of the time, he's not funny. I would say yeah. Most of the time,
I
I'm like, get on with it. It's okay.
he's kind of a little bit like an Olivia for me, where
Hmm.
he's more reactive.
Yeah.
than proactive in the type of stuff he's doing. Like he's not thinking about bits ahead of time.
Yeah.
Generally, there are some like the a couple of the this is a long time ago at this point, but like the funeral roasts where he did like the preacher one where he
Yeah.
like took his, and like that was great, and he is funny generally,
yeah.
and there have been times where I've laughed hilariously, but in the modern Smosh times, for skits and things, he's not my favorite. I liked him in the newest Smosh games. Um,
Yeah. Summer Games.
yeah, I just oh,
And that's when
if
he
I
was
had to
going through chemo.
if I had to take him or leave him,
Yeah. He wouldn't be my
I
first pick.
yeah.
Fair. The president and CEO of Smosh, Ian Hecox.
I think Ian is an A for me.
I think that's exactly where it needs to be. No
Yeah.
argument here.
I would almost put him a minus maybe,
Yeah.
but in general, everything that he's in, I like him in. He doesn't. I cannot think of something where I've been like, why is he in this video? And I think maybe it's a little bit of like he's not in as much. So when I do see him, I think it's funny, but I do like his sense of humor,
Yes.
and it's so dry compared to everybody else. I actually just rewatched the video, um, the Two Truths One Lie with his ex.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my god, where he like
Accidentally
told
yeah.
her that he cheated, but he didn't cheat,
Right.
and he just messed up the fucking game. And but he's accidentally funny
Yep.
because of who he is and the fact that he is in charge of the entire thing. Like
Gotta give
I'm
him
just
an A.
imagining give like him being my boss and also in sketches with me and being like, wow, this is
Yep. This is what I get to do every day.
this is cool.
I'll say, I remember when, not when they first came out with Try Not to Laugh, but when Try Not to Laugh was really getting popular, he recognized, and I think Defy at the time recognized that that was getting a lot of views very quickly, and they're like, "Oh, Ian, we need you on here," and he did not know stand or improv like at all, and everything he did was just a little creepy, and he
Yeah.
didn't know how to like make it like funny creepy. It was just came off creepy, and he's grown a lot in
He's
the
the other
last
side of the Spencer Agnew
right. But
side of
now
the
I
coin,
think
where
he's a
like
lot more like Spencer, where he can do it. He still gets like that, Dad, don't say that vibes, but
yeah.
it's it's better now. He's better at it, and it's like I can I can lean into it and it's accepted versus lean into it and people are like, ew, you actually think that? It's like, no, I'm being sarcastic. Shut up.
Yeah.
Next on the list, reverse alphabetical order, is Damien. Damien is S tier for me. Damien, above literally anyone on this list, tickles my funny bone. The quickness, the randomness, the ability to pull relevant references out of thin air that actually apply and make sense and are funny all at the same time is just, and the voices are good too. He's a good voice actor. But like I he and Shane did this thing way back when where they would write intro scripts for each other, similar to what Michael Che and Scarlett Johansson's husband do together. But like in the most insane way possible. And every script he ever wrote for Shane was like S tier script. And Damien always tickles my funny bone. He's S tier for me.
Yeah, I fully agree. Out of anybody in the entire cast, he's S tier. I feel like with his voice acting, with everything he's done and gone through to get to this point in his life, and all of the things we see him in, there's I would maybe take him down to like an S minus occasionally
Sure.
in his earlier stuff, especially he would let his tisms, if you want to put that on the plate, like thing he would get too in his head, especially well, my biggest example is like playing werewolf or blood on the clock tower, any of those things where he's like trying to big brain it and he talks a little bit too much.
Yeah.
That's maybe his one fault, is maybe
I agree with that.
taking the spotlight a little bit more than he should.
But he's doing
But,
that subconsciously, not
Yeah.
he's not doing that for the spotlight. He's doing that because he's like, this is what
Because
I'm good at.
that is him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're giving him the floor for it.
Right.
But overall, like everything I've ever seen him do and I've watched a lot of animes with him as a voice actor and been like, holy shit, that's Damien.
I know that guy.
Yeah, he's an S tier for me.
Love it. Courtney Miller.
Courtney's a interesting one for me. I think overall I will put her at an A, barring S.
Yes, I'm in the exact same boat.
She has more, I think she has more hit or miss things for me than most people, where like there's stuff that I absolutely fucking love and there's stuff where I'm like, this just isn't landing.
Right.
And I don't think it's any fault of hers. I just don't think it's my form of form of comedy. But overall, I do think that she's phenomenal. I think between her, Shane, and Damien, those are the top three.
I had those three in my top
in the franchise.
You do have Spencer as an S tier, just so you know.
I know. I really love Spencer, but he doesn't get the screen time that the rest of them do.
That's fair. I think Courtney is I think exactly where she needs to be. I think I wouldn't have argued too much for an S, definitely not below an A. I think you're right, she's hit or miss, but the stuff she does hit on is also a wide range of stuff. And she can do so many different things that are S tier. But she's like trying a bunch of different stuff. So I'm like, okay.
Well, and I'll even give her S, because more so than Shane or Damien, she likes the producer role too.
Right.
She produced all the funeral roasts. She produced things like Shane's graduation. She's done the live show.
She directed the Anthony's roast.
Yeah, she's done a lot of that. So I think she's got her fingers in a lot of different pots. If we're talking like sketch versus improv, I think she's better at improv.
Really?
Personally, yeah, I think she's better at
sketch. I don't. She's gotten much better at improv, but
I think she's better on TNTL than she is as a character actor.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, especially she's learned to commit, but like her earlier stuff, and I'm judging her based on her whole career, which I probably shouldn't do. But yeah, in the early TNTLs, she didn't know how to commit to a bit. And that would drive me insane, because like she had some sort of like halfway decent thing and then just like get embarrassed and lose the whole thing.
See, that's interesting, because nowadays I feel like she overcommits a little bit. Like, did you watch the newest TNTL?
I tried. It was very difficult for me to get through that one. I did not like that one.
I didn't love that one either, but her recurring character is the janitor.
That was good.
I don't love it, because
it's good once.
It was good once back, what was it, like 6 months ago when she did it,
Yeah.
and then they brought it back, and I was like, or she brought it back, and
Vincenzo.
it didn't hit the same
Yeah.
because there wasn't as much context to it. But yeah, yeah. Overall, I feel like
A's right.
A is really good for me.
Agreed. Chance McCrary. We might differ on this one. I don't know.
Chance. I would put Chance at A.
I have Chance at a B. We're not far off.
Yeah, possibly B.
And I think Chance, wide range of talents, very talented in lots of areas. For me, I think I put him at a B just because his humor does not match my humor more often than not. Like, that is just, like, I think he's good. I would never not want him in a show like he did. I don't think he ever takes away from it, but also sometimes, the Bit City stuff was just a little. Sometimes it just feels forced, and sometimes it's just like when he's like not trying, it's really good, and then when he is, just relaxed trying to be funny, like in a Smosh Games thing, very funny. But like if he's trying to like, I don't want to say if he's trying to actually act, then I'm just like, I don't want to say that. It's in actual sketches, I think he's funny, but in like the silly sketches, it's just like, it's not for me. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. I tend to agree with you where kind of like Angela, like him and Angela, I feel like are very similar to me, where he's trying to do a lot of things. Like, I don't know if you've noticed in the last year or so with him, he's been doing like the cross-dressing thing.
Yep.
Trying a lot of new characters, and they've allowed him to explore a lot of space.
Sure. And that's what Smosh is great for.
Which they're great for. And some of it hits, some of it doesn't. I think that he is the most experimental out of anybody, and I applaud him for that. So, but again, I think it's like 60-40 for me if it hits good or doesn't. But I do appreciate him.
Yeah.
Like in Board AF, or not Board AF, but just like the board games channels. Those are some of my favorites with him because feels like he's more genuinely just he is one of the better reactionary comedians, where he gets better laughs and applause by his affectations and things he's saying based on what's actually happening in the moment than almost anybody in the cast. So that's why I think I would put him at an A.
All right, I'll put him as AB, but we got 3 more. It's the 3 A's.
Hey, real quick. You listening? Cool. Do me a favor. On your app, wherever you're listening to this podcast, there's a button to follow or subscribe or some sort of a notification type bell. Whatever you do, don't click them. Don't click those buttons. Don't do it. Or click it. Whatever it doesn't matter. Just fine. It's fine. Just click it. It's cool. Just do whatever you want. Preach.
Next up, we have Arasha.
Arasha is gonna be a B for me, bordering on an A.
I think this is where you and I have Arasha and Chance switched. I'm an A, maybe bordering on a B, but she's an A for me.
I don't appreciate her so much in the improv. I appreciate her more in the sketch and board areas.
And Smosh alike.
Yeah, which I actually haven't seen a ton of Smosh alike.
Okay.
I've seen like 3 or 4 episodes. Her forethought and her ability to craft comedy ahead of time
Very
is
good.
fantastic. I'm thinking about like her betrayals and
Yes.
her lies and stuff like that. Phenomenal. And like she's willing, I think of her a lot like us. Like she's willing to burn bridges
Hmm.
for a joke.
Yep. I think her ceiling is S tier.
Yes.
I think if she could hone
there
in
are there
the
are moments
improv,
with Arasha where I'm like, holy absolutely
yes,
fucking shit. I can't believe people are still
yes,
friends with you.
yeah, but also just like the I think she needs to do two things. One, just get better at improv in general. And I don't think she's bad. She just needs to
No.
get better. And two, I think like with some of the other cast, she needs to know where the line is and when a joke has kind of run its course.
Mm.
I think back to this is most recent Smosh Summer Games, the BBL joke was funny the
The first
first
three
eight
times.
times. The
Yes.
next 100 times,
Yeah.
not as funny. Now
That was one of my biggest
yeah, her flirting with
qualms.
everyone, funny the first 8 times.
Yeah.
Not like bring something else, move on. And
Agreed.
I and I
She will steer into the skid
yes,
more so, almost more so than anybody on the cast,
correct.
in my opinion. And because she thinks that I don't know this for sure, but because she thinks that the return on investment for that joke continues to like compound.
Right.
I and
It's more of a
in
depreciating asset.
yeah in Heyo, great joke, Travis.
Thanks.
Um,
Now let me make that same joke 6 more times.
but yes, the one what was the one on the what was it, the throw burrito where
Yeah.
they did the big burritos and she mentioned BBL like 17
16. Yeah.
17 times.
Now she got
I
hit.
was like,
She got hit in the ass a bunch of times, and that made sense to like
that's a great point to bring that up.
right. Not every other line though. So that's where I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm still at an A because I think she has the potential. She has S tier moments and S tier potential.
Mhm.
So, but she needs to like
And
clean things up, and so that's why she's an A for me.
I I think for her, um, she needs. This is me not being a comedian or being trained at all. She needs
What?
more character work.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the BBL thing was her trying to do a partial character, but also playing herself. But that's not the vibe of
I agree with that.
Summer get. She's trying to do it in the wrong area.
Yeah.
Whereas like TNTL, she needs more characters that she can bring to the table and have them be funny. BBL would be phenomenal in TNTL.
Yes.
In Smosh Summer Games or on a board channel, maybe once is fine, but bringing it back up and up and up and up and up again,
Mhm.
just try something different. She gets a little too stuck in the one joke realm.
Yep. Okay.
But I will say overall, yeah, she's B bordering on A. You're A bordering on B. So
Yeah. Angela.
S tier.
S tier.
I fucking love Angela so much.
Okay.
She is
I have her as an
chaos.
A for sure.
She is chaos incarnate. Everything she does is so out there. When she's on, I will say S bordering on A only because she gets so distracted and she probably, if she's not doing it, she needs medication because she is so ADHD. But I've seen her in so many other things now besides Smosh
Mhm.
where I know she can be civil
Right.
and actually have good things like the what was it, the musical that she did for Dropout with I can't remember at right now, but like she's been in really good stuff. She's a very qualified actress. She
Mhm.
can put her head together and actually do it. And I feel like Smosh is a place where they let her just go nuts
Yeah.
and be like her unrefined, absolute chaotic self.
Yes, she was absolutely a shot in the arm for Smosh. They
Yeah.
were, I'm not saying they were floundering 3 years ago when they started, um, but they were part of Good Mythical Morning. They were kind of on the way back up, but they needed something to kind of get them over the hump. And Angela was that, like Chance and Arasha
Yeah.
and Amanda becoming main cast were all, and Spencer Thomas, all of those moves were good moves, but Angela was the one that really was that cocaine that they needed to really just, okay, now we're here.
She
So
legitimately is cocaine in a person.
here's the thing though. I reserve S tier for, right. My only S tiers were Shane and Damien, maybe Courtney. And that's because, and if I compare Angela to them, Angela's funny, but I can't think of a time when Angela made me laugh the same way that Damien and Shane have. If that
I
makes
think
sense.
that's
So if I'm
I think that's
reserving
fair.
S for, and Spencer's up there too. Like Spencer, I would concede Spencer as an S. There are times where he just, oh, I can't believe I forgot Trevor. I have to add him at the end of here. This is all we're going to talk about. We're not going to even get to the other
Nope.
stuff. I thought this was going to go a lot faster. And that's why I think she is, I don't want to say just an A. She is the A. Like she is,
Mm. I'll give that to you. I think she is in the same train. She is very much a reactionary,
yeah,
funny person, unless she has time to prepare. Like on Bit City, out of all the things on Bit City that I found were funny, it was usually her part of it.
yeah, I agree with that.
Like it was her as the host, um, and reacting to things. And but in general, I feel like she's that one that goes harder on reactions than almost anybody else. And I think it's a little bit of her personality, but it's also that's her comedy. So I'd be comfortable putting her at an A.
I think, and I think A is really good. Like if I'm reserving S for, if there's 14 of them, 2 or 3. Can't have more than 2 or 3 in S tier, or else it's not S tier anymore. Um, this is the one. This is the one. I reversed this order on purpose because I wanted to save this one. It's not last anymore because I added Trevor, but Amanda. I know you're a big Amanda stan.
I am an Amanda fan. I will put her at an A.
Okay.
I think she brings something to the table that nobody else does. And I think it's a little bit of level-headedness.
Hmm.
She's she's not the most knowledgeable.
No.
My favorite things with her have been like Smosh Mouth, where they're telling her about the internet that she
Sure.
fully missed in the last 20 years. But I do love her. I think she has some of the better character work than anybody
Hmm.
else. I love Sarah Christ. I think that she on TNTL, I think she has some of the better characters too. And I feel like she has brought a little bit of like just more temperance and okay, let's actually think about what we're doing and not just be in chaos. I think she brings a little bit of structure.
I don't disagree that the word that came to my mind was professionalism. Not she's the opposite of chaos. She's the opposite of Angela. I have her at a D.
Wow.
She's not funny to me. Like I appreciate all of the, again, professionalism she brings. I think that she's probably a wonderful person. There's no reflection on her as a human being. I just I think she's got a good voice and she's good on Smosh Mouth as a podcast host, but that doesn't mean she's necessarily funny. Like I can't think of anything she's done. Like, yeah, she's done Sarah Christ, but I feel like that was kind of forced down my throat a little bit. Like, again, with the first two times, funny-ish a little bit, but like I can't legitimately think of anything that she's done that's made me laugh almost
Mm.
ever. And so I understand that she's like, if we're ranking this as a holistic approach, she is better than a D. My initial reaction was a D just because I'm like, I could but like you do kind of need that balance, and so I'm willing to come up to a B, but I won't come up higher. I'm sorry, a C. Um, but I don't think I can go higher than a C if C is just average.
I'd be willing to go for B
C
on
average?
her.
S-A-B.
I mean,
C.
we're just talking.
Oh, we don't
grades.
have D. So that's right. I said
Yeah, we
D.
don't have D.
Yeah. So she's a C. I'm willing to come up to a B. That's what I meant to say.
I'd go B on her.
Okay.
I feel like she has maybe she's not as willing to just go out there and make a fool of herself. Like she has, I feel like she has more reservations
Of course.
than probably anybody in the cast, except maybe like Olivia. She just is not willing to commit as hard to
Right.
make a fool of herself.
She's okay
Um,
if it does happen, but she's not. She's almost like
yeah,
choosing opportunities that won't make her
yeah, that
embarrassed.
she will benefit from. That won't. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
you're right.
Whereas Angela's gonna drink paint. Um, okay, lastly is Trevor. I think
I
Trevor's a C. We have
I think
Olivia as a D. I gotta make that a
yeah.
C. Because we don't have D's. I think Trevor's also a C.
Trevor's a C, bordering on a B for me. I
Yeah.
here's what I think. Trevor has. I really hope Smosh never listens to this. Trevor has more potential than anybody in the cast. If we're talking about Noah, Keith, Olivia, I think that he can be genuinely funny. I think he suffers from kind of the same thing as Amanda. When I watch Trevor, feels like he knows he's being watched.
Yes. 100%.
He feels like he knows he's on camera and is kind of playing it up and is afraid to be his true funny self. There are moments with him where I'm like, holy shit. And I've seen him on Mythical. I've watched him in a shit ton of other stuff with them where he felt more genuine, and it feels like he is still trying to prove himself on
Yep.
Smosh,
Yep.
even though I don't think he needs to, because he is genuinely funny. I think of some of like the werewolf videos, and
He always gets killed first.
yeah, he is just genuinely funny, and he's a child. He is Noah 15 years ago.
Yeah. No, I agree. Trevor is not a trained actor at all. Has not done improv, has not done any of this stuff. They brought him on to kind of be a gamer. He was not only supposed to be in games because they don't do that anymore, but they knew he was funny. They knew he was good at games. They're like, let's bring you on part-time. And he's still like he's a pastry chef who happens to game and happens to
Yeah.
be funny. So like yeah, a lot of if he wanted to like study and like try improv and like hone his craft, yeah, he could be S tier level. Like
Yeah.
it's possible.
I
But
feel like he's one of those where they need to send him off to a workshop for
Mhm.
a month. And people like we haven't really talked about it, like people like Amanda who are part of what's
Groundlings.
the Groundlings. You know, that I feel like that would benefit
Yes.
something like that within Smosh, which they haven't done a lot of this recently, but like the Black Box Theater or the Black Curtain, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I feel like that as a channel of its own where they could kind of hone that and help each other learn and progress a little bit more would help so many people
Yes. Agreed.
on the cast, like go up a tier, because improv is a lot of what they do. Like they don't do many skits anymore. I think Bit City's really
That's it.
the skit focus of everything. Everything else is improv, even if it's games or TNTL or Smosh Mouth, the reading Reddit stories. All of that's kind of improvised for the most part, but there's not a ton of skit based stuff anymore. So I feel like an actual not a channel, but like a once every 2 weeks game where they're testing their improv, not necessarily TNTL, would be beneficial for everybody.
Agreed. Let me run through the list, and then we'll use there's a couple of people who were on
On the
borderline,
edge.
but we can use our one to at least solve those if we want to. Tommy is a B or an A, borderline B. Spencer's S. Shane is S. Olivia is a C. Noah is a B, borderline C. Keith is a C. Ian's an A. Damien's an S. Courtney's an A. Chance is an A, borderline B. Arash is an A, borderline B. Andrew's an A. Amanda's a B. And Trevor's a C. Is there any of those that you want to resolve? Chance, Arasha, Tommy, or Noah?
Honestly, I kind of like him in the middle.
That's very non-committal of you, and I don't appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna use mine to put Arasha at an A.
Okay. I will use mine to move Tommy up.
I was considering using mine to put Tommy as a B. But that's fine. And then so Noah's a B, C, Chance A, B. I think that's fine. Okay. That's it. We're not gonna do the rest of it because it's been an hour. We talked about an hour. We talked about Smosh for an hour. Probably keep going if we really wanted to, but we're not gonna do that because you guys probably left. So it's been an episode. Thank you for joining. Follow us on the socials at _bar banter. New episodes every Wednesday. We're sponsored now by Angry Toothpick Jerky. Go to Etsy, type in Banter at checkout for 10% off your order. It's pretty dope. Good jerky. There's a link in the description. You can click it to support us directly. And like and subscribe that thing. And just remember, this is our podcast, and you're just along for the ride.
The ride.
The ride.
Stay
The ride.